Hey guys, how's it going? Jamie here. And this is From the Heart Live. It's been a while. I'm so sorry. um, I've had like a lot of things going on. So I was resting. I fought my disease. Um, my blood work's looking better. I'm still not feeling 100% better, but I'm getting there. Hey, yeah, check that out. You like that? Woohoo! Born to be rad. Rad pack. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Scott. And hey, Bud Files. I am a woman of I exactly that. And I told my husband, I said, I went downstairs and I said, look, I'm wearing this t-shirt because I told him in May that the next time I come on camera that I'm going to be wearing this shirt. And I didn't forget. So here it is. Born to be rad. Go subscribe. Awesome channel. Go check it out. So anyways, guys, I really have wanted to stream a lot of times over the summer. But I've had some serious things going on. I'm having issues with my teeth. So I had to go and get some dental work done, which kept me from doing anything. I did not want to come on camera until I had things fixed up. And right around my birthday is when things went to, so that's why I didn't come on my birthday stream. And that's why I spent the summer pretty much hiding, because I just didn't want, I don't want to ruin my image. So basically I fought my disease off. I'm still iffy about that. I'm still fighting a little bit with the weight. I shouldn't be drinking this, but I'm cheating tonight. I'm going to drink it anyway. But I'm doing a lot better and I'm feeling a lot better. Hopefully I won't have to go through any more problems. I will be going back to the doctor in December, right after Christmas, to see how things are going and see what my blood work shows. And hopefully it won't show up anything bad. So that's it. That's pretty much it. I spent the summer hiking. We did a lot of, hunting for new trails around here. We went camping for our anniversary. I put a video up about that. That was fun. That's our thing. See, me and Scott, our thing is to go camping. And I didn't really want to go anywhere like out for our anniversary. So I said, why don't we just grab the tent, get it, put everything on the golf cart and drive up back. So that's what we did. And it was fun. I needed to get away. I needed to get away from the house, and I had a good time. Mushroom hunting has been not the best. I didn't have the best year. It really was very dry all summer. It barely rained at all. And because of that, the mushrooms just weren't blooming. Now, I did find a few, though. I found a really special one that I'm shocked was growing, because technically this one only grows when it's wet, when it's wet outside. And it was growing anyway in our back woods, but it's the cauliflower mushroom. It looks like a big brain. It is the weirdest looking thing, but I took tons of pictures, and I'm sure if you watched my videos, you might have seen that. Hi Trash Stash. Hey Gypsy, how you doing? So I just got this in the mail today. It's dented. It's dented. You see that? You see that dent there, up there on that side? And the two dents there on the wolf. I'm not happy about that, but I didn't buy it new. I bought a used one because I'm an idiot, first of all. And second of all, I didn't want to spend like over $50. So I got this one, which was a little cheaper. But my plan is I'm taking this to Scarefest with me, and I'm going in Dee Wallace's line, and I'm going to have Dee Wallace sign this. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm very upset that Dana Ashbrook has canceled. I was looking so forward to going there and having him sign some of my Twin Peaks stuff. And but I looked and he canceled. So that was kind of depressing and down putting, but I've remedied that. I also thought about going in Bill Moseley's line, but I think I'm going to wait on that one. This is my first ever horror con, and I am very nervous. I don't know what to expect. I've never, I'm going all 3 days. We're going to take 2 days to drive down and 2 days to drive home so we can see the sights on the way. And it's going to be fun, I think. I know a lot of Region Free people, a lot of people affiliated with Region Free are all going to be there. And I'm kind of excited about that. I'm going to bring a t-shirt and fabric pens so everyone can sign the t-shirt. I'm excited about that. And then it'll be on the wall back here eventually. So, but maybe I might wear it. Depends. Hey, Patrick. Oh, I'm a little bit hot. It's kind of hot in here. It's funny because it's like the coldest night of the year right now. 44 degrees here, guys. It's 44 degrees here. I'm freezing. It's a frost warning tonight. Not happy. I am so sad. I feel like summer was like in the blink of an eye. And I'm just not ready. I'm not ready for fall. I did not want summer to be ending yet. I still feel like I need more sunshine and vitamin D production. I am taking a vitamin D supplement though. So that's been helping me, honest to God. That has been helping me quite a bit. So let's see what's going on in the chat over here. Let's see who we got in here. We got Dan Shine. Hi, Dan. Dan the hat man. Dan's hat precedes him. The hat reputation precedes him. So I'm looking forward to seeing that hat live and touching it and letting you guys know what it feels like. And to see if maybe he might, because I have this theory that if you lift up Dan's hat, that all that's under there is like lights and electronics and stuff because he's actually a robot. He might be a robot, guys. I've never seen somebody working so hard as Dan. You go, Dan. We've got Big T. Hey, Big T. Born to be Rad, of course. Awesome channel. Go sub. Scott Matthews, what's up? Bud Files, hey. Let's see, who else do we got? Mastered for Vinyl, hello. Gypsy. Hi, Oracle. Oh, Scott Matthews, you are not, you're not a douche. Don't make me even say that word. You're not. You're not. Even though one time I told you to F off. Oh, thanks, Gypsy. I appreciate that. Oh, guys, I don't know if you guys noticed or saw my video about when we went camping, but for you men in the chat who, dig like big power tools and stuff like that. Well, we were cutting down trees with a big power saw. So that was kind of fun. And I videotaped that because, that's kind of hot. So I videotaped it and put it in my video. Plus, I'm trying to introduce Scott to the world a little bit. He's a little shy, but he's part of my life, so he's going to be on here sometimes. Hey, Ben. Hey, Ben, I get to say, hey, Ben, like this instead of BEN with an exclamation point. Oh my gosh, you are like a social butterfly like me. You are in every chat. I see you all over the place. It's like we do drive-bys. Hey, Ben, drive-by. That's fun. Hey, Patrick. How you doing? Oh, yes, winter is coming and I am not looking forward to it. And I don't want to drive in it. And I hate snow. I hate snow. Fall is a great season, Ben. I love it. It's one of my favorite seasons. But this went from like 85 degrees and shorts to like 44 degrees and sweater weather like that. And I was like, this is not fair. Last year I had a nice slow gradual, work into the winter time. And this year if they're not doing that, it's not doing that. The weather's not doing that. So Forgive me if I mess up my speaking and my words. I'm really nervous. I haven't been on here in so long, and I feel bad about it. But I'm really nervous to be back because I'm very self-conscious. and I've missed you guys though. I've really missed being on here, and I've missed everybody. Have I had the time to play any good games? I've been playing Alan Wake, a lot of Alan Wake the last couple of weeks. I'm catching up because I know this next game is. Hey Jay, the Stingray. Hello. Shout out. Hey Fairy Dust, how you doing? I need to keep saying hi. I keep getting distracted. Have I ever been hunting? No, I won't hunt. Now, I wouldn't mind going out there maybe and sitting there with Scott and maybe, looking at the deer. As a matter of fact, we do that. We already kind of do that. Not early in the mornings during hunting season, but I've been out there, when there's deer out there, and I've taken a lot of film and pictures of it. And, I can't kill them. I can't, because I love them, and I don't want to eat them either. I'm not a fan of venison. I mean, if I was going to eat them, I would maybe consider it, but I don't eat it. I don't eat venison. I do not like venison. My mom tried to get me to eat that when I was a kid, and gaminess is just too much for me. And I love deer, and I just can't do it. I can't eat them. I can't eat them. I can't shoot them. Oh, it's 50 there, Patrick? Well, it's like 44 here. It's really cold. Your summer's 100 degrees. Gosh, Ben, where the heck are you? Are you in the West? I want to move there. Oh, I know. It's sad about Coolio. Here's the thing, though. I cannot listen to the Gangster's Paradise at all, ever. My friend Jeff, back in 1995 or 96, played that song so many times at so many parties. I got so sick of it. I couldn't stand it. Not one more. He had a boombox that he would just press rewind and just press play again, press rewind. I couldn't stand it. So I cannot listen to Coolio without feeling yucky. But I am sad that he passed away. He was way too young. I mean, he's what, 10 years? He was 10 years older than me. That's way too young. Oh, you like Alan Wake too? I'm excited about the sequel, but here's what I found out. They're not going to release it on PlayStation 4. So if you guys don't have a PlayStation 5 and you want to play Alan Wake 2 or the new Silent Hill games that are about to come out, because they're rebooting Silent Hill, which, oh my God. Not that they can beat Silent Hill 2 and 3 because they're already good. But if they're going to remaster them, oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's my favorite game. Silent Hill 2 and 3, my favorite game of all time. Alan Wake comes in very close. But then, you know what? I have to say that Alice Madness Returns, though, is probably one of my most favoriteest games ever. So that might be my favorite game of all time. I love that game so much. I love anything Alice in Wonderland to begin with. I really do. And I also really like the powers that she has, the abilities she has, and the intuitiveness of the controls is awesome in that game. And I love the weapons they give you. Like, you get the Vorpal sword, but you also get like a pepper grinder, and you get a hobby horse as like a mallet thing. And I can't remember what was the last one. Oh, the last one's a teapot cannon, which I absolutely love. And they have all these different dresses for her, and some of the dresses give her better powers. I got all the DLC when I got the game. I really love that game. But right now, my Xbox 360 is not working for me. I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe it needs cleaning. I don't know. But it won't run certain games. Certain games it will. And it's really ticking me off because I can't play Alice. It won't play it. I can't play Fatal Frame 2. It won't play it. So it's driving me nuts. So I begged my kid to give me his Xbox One to see if I can play it in that, which he has not done yet. But I'm going to beg him for it now as soon as I get done here, because now I've remembered. But the Xbox 360 just isn't working. But if you want to play Alan Wake 2, you're going to have to get a PlayStation 5. I'm going to get a PlayStation 5 anyway. I had planned to do that from the beginning. So I've already got that in the works and in the plan. So, Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise. I just can't listen to it. I can't. I'm in an age where I should be putting these up, huh? See, guys, I'm going to have to get used to this stuff again. It's been way too long, and I've forgotten all the little ditties. I'm in an age where people I personally know pass away. I don't care about some random celebrity like Coolio that I've never met. I can relate to that. I was really upset, though, when Olivia Newton-John died, because she is literally my biggest inspiration. Every single thing that I ever did musically, my singing style, my singing voice, everything was inspired by Olivia Newton-John from the beginning. That and the Beatles, and one particular song, what's it called? House of the Rising Sun. Because House of the Rising Sun, my dad used to play for me all the time when I was a little baby. And I literally remember that. And so it's an important song for me. So those are things that shaped my music tastes. And Olivia Newton-John is a huge one. So losing her was absolutely heartbreaking for me. I really felt terrible about it. Midterms? What midterms? Are you taking tests? I must have missed something. It's cold in the mornings here and nights in Illinois now. I went out for a 6-mile run this morning and it was like 40-something degrees. Oh my gosh, freezing. I can't go outside. If it's not like 55 or above, I don't like going outside. I'm freezing. I already had to pull my winter coat out, which, how upsetting. I'm probably going to have to take my winter coat when we travel down to Kentucky. I don't know what the weather's like in like mid-October in Kentucky, but I'm hoping it's warmer than here, because I'm looking forward to getting away from here and maybe having some better weather down there. Oops, I missed something. A Keenan and Kel reunion on Nick next year? I don't know. I'm surprised they're doing that. I thought they were doing like a Zoe 101 thing, and it turned out that was a hoax. Did you hear about that? Jamie Lynn Spears, she got everybody together. They made this like big production and they put it online and everything. And then they all were expecting to come to Nickelodeon and be in a new show. And it was never even a thing. She totally ripped them all off because she had a book coming out. Unbelievable, right? Holy moly. I am. I have, I have the original game because I have it for the PlayStation 1. I have an original PlayStation. It's still in the box with all its games, and I've barely touched it. I really bought that for my husband back in 1998, and he used it, quite a bit. But when we moved here into this house, we had just had a baby and we were really busy and he was working a lot. And so we ended up, not really ever hooking it up again until Alex was a little older. But I have 7 and 8 and I like both those games. I've never finished either of them. I get too scared. I've came close to finishing 7, but I always get to a certain point and then I get like bored and move on to another game, because I do have a thing about Resident Evil 7 that it makes me very uncomfortable. It's very gross. There's a lot of really gross stuff. Like the molded, I can't, it's gross. But Resident Evil 8, I like the werewolf aspect. I like the fighting the different types of enemies. I like the going and searching the different kinds of houses. Some freaky stuff in that. That whole one in the Benvenuto house with the baby. Oh my God. That was terrifying. One of the scariest things I've ever seen. So yeah, I really like Resident Evil. I know, we were looking and it said sold out. So I'm going to keep looking though. I have a friend that he works at GameStop every Christmas, and I'm hoping I can get him to, put one aside. That would be sweet. I do want to play that because I love cats. I have a thing for cats. So I definitely want to play Stray. And actually, because I pay for the PS, sorry, my nose is itching. I pay for the PS premium thing, the plus thing. So there's like a whole ton of games that I get to play for free. And that one is on the list. So I might be able to. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to itch my nose, but my hair is all fly away and in my face. I don't know if you noticed, but my hair is like down to there. So, yep, my hair is really long, but I'm definitely going to get Stray. You're crazy. I can't stand cold. Mm-mm. Can't stand it. Thank you. It's good to be live again. It's been hard for me. I have a lot of weird health problems that cause me to feel tired and cranky and lack of motivation, And when that starts happening to me and I start to feel down on myself, then I don't really want to get on here and be on camera, And that's how I've been feeling for a while. I've been feeling real talk. Oh, that one splashed everywhere. I forgot what I was saying. I've been fighting my issues and dealing with more headaches than usual, more other problems. I vomit too often. I have constant nausea and dizziness, brain fog, the forgetfulness, which is the hardest part of it all for me, because I've always been known for having a unbelievably photographic memory, where I can remember small details about things that other people usually can't. And that's why I got so into movies and I know so much about movies. I was able to memorize all that stuff. But now I have a hard time even remembering how to spell certain words sometimes. And I have to sit there and really think about it. And it's very frustrating because I never, ever had trouble with my spelling in my life. So, I mean, literally, I never had to look up to how to spell a word. I just would figure it out. I very seldom did bad in spelling. So for me, it's difficult. It's very difficult and frustrating and maddening not to be able to remember how to spell something I could spell before. It's very simple words too. Sometimes it's very frustrating. But I am glad to be back, and I am going to be back for a while now. I'm hoping that me getting back into this will help me as well, because me keeping active and keeping it on a schedule is very important for me. I've been trying to reset my body clock, which it's working. I am getting back to my insomnia is starting to go away. And that is a very good sign. That is a very good sign, because when my insomnia is bad, usually that's a bad sign that I'm getting sick. So I've been sleeping better and better hours, and that's helping. And I have lost a few pounds. I was a little bigger, not too much. I mean, I didn't get too big. I mean, I got like to 122, which for me, okay, that might sound ridiculous to some of you, okay? But for me, it's not, because I'm 5 feet tall. So 122 looks a little bit different on me than it does on a taller girl. So I've had a hard time adjusting to that, because I'm vain. I'm vain. It's my sin. I'm going to admit it. I'm a vain person. And I felt very self-conscious about my weight gain. And I don't like people looking at me when I feel ugly, and I felt ugly. So, basically that's why I've been hiding that, and the teeth thing. And the teeth thing, that is from a lifetime of vomiting, which is unfortunate. Because I was sick my whole life with this, just didn't know it. So my mom called me a puker, Jamie's a puker. She gets car sick. I wasn't getting car sick. I was just sick. And it's kind of hard to deal with it when you find out later on in your life that you've had something your whole life and you didn't know. It's kind of difficult to think I could have maybe gotten it fixed earlier. Well, there's no fixing it, but at least manageable. All right, let's move on. I'm sorry about that. I sometimes blah, 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 blah when I start talking about my illness, and I hate that. Sorry, guys. Let's see, where was I? I know you're a Lynch fan. What do you think of Eraserhead? It is not one of my favorites. I prefer, my first experience was The Elephant Man. And so that's like one of my favorites of his. But my absolute favorite is Mulholland Drive, and then Fire Walk with Me comes in a close second. And sometimes they switch places, because sometimes I'm not sure which one I like better. Because if I watch Mulholland Drive too many times, I start to get kind of agitated at the music, because the music gets stuck in my head. And when that happens, when I get that song stuck in my head, or any of the songs stuck in my head from that, it makes me agitated. It won't leave. And it's not really a song I enjoy. I don't really like crying, So having to hear her sing that in Spanish and getting it stuck in my head is frustrating. So sometimes I do like Fire Walk with Me a little bit better. And plus, because I'm a huge Twin Peaks fan. But I do like Eraserhead, but better than most other movies. But in his body of work, it's low on the list. It's right up there. It's probably up in the Inland Empire range. I'm not a fan of Inland Empire. Not at all. I really try, though. I mean, I've watched it at least, I don't know, 6 times, maybe 7. And it's so ugly and jarring that I can't like it. I can't like it like I like his other stuff. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Just woke up, huh? Eraserhead's your favorite Lynch film? Second favorite is Elephant Man. Yeah, that's a good one. Elephant Man is a really, really good one. I love Elephant Man. I actually have the Criterion of it, and I haven't watched it yet. I should. I got it for Christmas, and I just haven't had a chance to check it out yet. I'm pretty upset about my thing coming dented. I mean, I don't know if it was dented to begin with, and that's why I got it for cheaper. It said lightly used, and I was like, well, we'll see. And I mean, the disc is fine. Everything on the inside's fine. It's It's just dented and messed up when I try to close it. So, oh, I'm sad about that. But I'm going to have her sign it. So that'll make it more valuable, right? At least for me. Did I watch 1997? Nowhere. What is that? Wait, who's in it? Maybe. I might have. There's a lot of stuff that I know I've watched and camera. Oh, there it goes. There's a lot of stuff that I've watched over the years and I haven't known what I've been watching. Because it would be like playing on the TV in the background or on the TV while I was doing chores or something like that. Little everybody's in the movie. What do you mean? I gotta look this up then, because I don't know what it is. Okay, guys, so listen, I saw Pearl and I loved it. I loved it. Now, it could have been a little shorter. I do feel like there was some drawn out points where it probably didn't need to be as drawn out as it was. And I looked over and my husband was kind of dozing off a little bit. So that kind of said something to me about, the mainstream and what the mainstream might think of it. But holy crap, were the good parts good? And oh my God, Mia Goth is such a good actress. That monologue she does at the end when she's talking to her sister-in-law. Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen this, I probably won't talk spoiler free. I know a lot of channels do, but I probably won't, because when I want to talk about a movie, I want to talk about the details, and I came on here to talk about that. I actually out of 5 hearts, I'll probably give it 4.5. And that's only because it's not a 5, only because there were parts that were just a little bit slow. But other than that, it was fantastic. Now, I have a question. The husband's name is Howard, right? Well, is it Howard and X? Because I can't remember the name of her husband in X, and I don't have a copy of X yet. So I was curious, was that the same husband? How's he going to feel about her doing away with his, sister? That's kind of weird. No explanation there. I suppose they could leave it open. We could get another sequel or something. And how about this? I stayed around for the end of credits scene. And I was absolutely flabbergasted at Mia Goth and all of the facial expressions with her big smile at the end with the credits rolling over top of it. That was so different and disturbing and unsettling and made me uncomfortable, to be honest. Hey, Knight, how you doing? Yeah, I decided it's about time for me to show my face again. I tend to hide in the summer and come back out in the fall. Usually because summertime, I'm running around trying to do things, while the weather's nice. And then, I better get out there, this week and winterize my deck, because I have a bad feeling we're going to get snow early. I just can't believe how cold it is here. Christina Applegate's in it. It's called Nowhere. Oh, I'm going to have to look that up. I've had to have seen it. Oh, guys, I'm such an idiot. I got to tell you. I just realized, okay, that one of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is in Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. And Halloween. I had no idea that was Kyle Richards. Not any clue. So I've been watching Beverly Hills Housewives all this time, not put two and two together that Kyle Richards was in Halloween. I just cared about Tia. And I'm sure all of you who've seen Space, or Witch Mountain know who I mean. I mean, Kim Richards, she's Tia. She's the one I knew of. I didn't realize that was her sister, and that was who was in the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Even when I was sitting in the theater, I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh. Yes, he would. I think he would. Were him and Wes friends? They seem like they would have been friends and influenced possibly by each other. Weather's been pretty good down there. What's the weather like in mid-October? Yeah, Pearl was so good. I really enjoyed it. The deaths were absolutely disturbing. I wasn't sure what to think, because I was like, when she started saying that she killed animals when she was a kid, I started thinking, oh my God, she wasn't made this way. She was born that way. That's kind of crazy, Maybe she was made that way by her crazy mother, obviously, who was depressed and crying every night and jealous of her own daughter, because that seemed to me that's the reason why she wanted to keep her home, right? Because she was jealous. Sometimes parents will kill your ambitions if you have ambitions that they think are too lofty. And sometimes they might be wrong. I don't know. I didn't ever find out, I stayed here. I never pursued anything. I never found out. So I spend my life wondering what if, and I hate that. I really do. I really hate that, because now that I can't sing the way I used to be able to sing, I feel like I wasted my talent. I feel like when I did have the voice, when it could hit 3 octaves, I really wasted it. I spent that time scared. Stupid. What an idiot. You only get to live once. I'm stupid. Hey, Val. Hey, Phil. How you guys doing? Salute. Val's the general, guys. She's the general. I should add you as a mod too. I might do that later, if you don't mind, Val. So what's going on, Phil? Haven't seen you on much. I haven't done much either. I just haven't felt like it. I'll be making another video here pretty soon of me going to Spirit Halloween again, because Scott's got to go there and get a costume anyway, and I want to go there, and I want to look for an Alice in Wonderland costume, because I'm thinking about dressing up for Scarefest as Alice in Madness Returns, which would be fun. Thanks. Yeah, I really got to get back on my schedule. I think actually coming on here on a regular basis, doing these things again, will actually help me in the long run, and especially help me get through winter, which I seem to have a hard time getting through winters around here. Hey, Karen. Indeed, that is my plan. That is my plan for tomorrow. I told you. I know I said I would come on and do it right away, but I haven't been on here since, I don't know, March. So I figured I'd just come on and just talk for a while and get back in, the swing of things, because I've forgotten how everything works. And I'm nervous. And I'm being naughty by drinking Mountain Dew again, which is bad. I'm bad. Naughty. Sorry. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. I can still sing some things, but I don't have the range that I used to have before, and it's sad. It hurts to sing too. It's very uncomfortable because my vocal cords are being constricted, which is why I'm always going like that all the time, because it always feels like it's being, tugged at. Oh my gosh. Get well soon, Phil. I know what that's like. I've had 6 teeth out. All of my back wisdom teeth, all of them, except for one. And a couple of molars up here. So, yeah, I know exactly what that's like, and I hate it. And part of the reason I haven't been on too is because I've been having dental issues. He was just in here. Patrick, are you in here? Patrick, this is Cameron. You should contact him because he'd be great on your show. He'd be a great interview for 8 questions. I think that'd be great. He's a very interesting person, and I think you guys would get along. So, diet? Oh, no. I can't drink the diet dew. I'll drink the straight dew. I'll drink, water, lemonade. I'm very picky. I can't drink milk. Tea I do like, coffee I don't, which is weird for a Twin Peaks fan. I know. I have not. I have been, that's another thing, because I'm trying to spend time outside and, doing active things. I don't have as much time to sit and watch a lot of things. So I haven't seen a lot of things that I probably should have by now. Dahmer being one of them, I should have started that already. I will see it. But I haven't watched that. I haven't watched Scream 5 yet. I need to get on that. There's a lot of things. I can't even think of the things that there's been a lot. Actually, I need to go and just look at the list in Netflix and in Hulu. And there's a lot of Hulu stuff I want to watch. I need to just go in there and make my watch list and just do it. It's just, I'm trying not to watch so much at one time. I don't want to binge so much at one time because I need a little balance. So I'm trying to balance it out with other activities. Get out. Oh my God. I'm so jealous. I am so jealous. Oh, I was going to meet Dana Ashbrook in a couple weeks. Okay. Because are you going to Orlando? Where are you going? Because I know that he's going to some Twin Peaks thing now instead of going to Scarefest, right? And I was going to go to Scarefest. I'm going to Scarefest. And I was going to bring my Twin Peaks watch and some other things and have him sign it, right? And now he's not going to be there because he canceled. So, because he's going to some Twin Peaks thing. And I'm sad. But to make up for it, I picked up this Howling Steel book, and I'm going to wait in Dee Wallace's line, and I'm going to have her sign this. So that's awesome. But I'm jealous. I can't believe it. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm so jealous. I don't like silk milk or almond milk or any of that stuff. I just avoid it altogether. I've decided I don't need cereal. I don't need that stuff. I don't need cereal or milk, or I eat a little bit of cheese, and that's about it for dairy. I have to stay away from dairy. It doesn't go well with me. My body hates it. So I'm trying right now to stick with my protein vegetable diet, which has been difficult for me. I've had a hard time doing that. I started to miss things. I started to miss certain foods like, pizza and chicken wings and things like that. And so I started to eat that stuff, and that was a mistake, because when I started to eat all the bad stuff, I started to feel sick again. So honest to God, I truly am what I eat. I really am. I have to look at it that way, and I have to keep myself on schedules. It's the only way for me to do it now and be well. Oh, I got lost here. No, I am not. Well, actually I am. But if you asked me, like, are you an Elvis person or are you a Beatles person? I'm going to say Beatles every time. Not that I don't like Elvis. I do. There's a few Elvis songs that I really like a lot. And my grandma and papa used to be really, really into Elvis. So I listen to them quite often, him quite often. But he's not my favorite. And I honestly, I don't own any Elvis music at all. And I have a very extensive library in this computer of music, and there is no Elvis in it. But I have literally the entire catalog of the Beatles. So, oh my gosh, did that happen in your hometown? Oh my Lord. He was bad. I hear Evan Peters is killing it though. I love that kid. He is such a good actor. He is like the Tom Cruise of his generation. He's going to be able to morph into almost anything, I think. You were back in the days when Jeremy was him. Who's Jeremy? I got lost. I know my hair looks dark on camera, but it truly is blonde, guys. Even as someone who doesn't find American Horror Story that scary, the first episode of Dahmer was deeply unsettling. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. Most definitely. Oh, you're taking Mr. C to a convention? Oh, that's so awesome. I bet he's going to like that. Is it like a long weekend thing? I know that we're taking a whole week. We're going to drive down to Kentucky, take 2 days to drive down, be there for the 3 days for the festival, and then come back, take 2 days to come back. And I'm going to see sites and caves and things on the way home, which I'm excited about. Hi, Austin. How you doing? I know it's out of print. It's dented. I'm pissed a little bit because when it got here, it has a dent in it. Okay. But it was used. It was a used one. I did not buy a new one because a new one was like, I don't know, $57 or $53 or whatever. It was all above 50. And this one was like 45. So I got this one, not really thinking about the fact that it was used really. And so I was a little disappointed that it's got this dent, but I'm okay with that because I'm going to have Dee Wallace sign it, making it very valuable. So the dent sucks, but oh well. I know it's out of print though. I found that out. Oh, I don't know what that conversation's about because I'm missing things. It is a nice steelbook, and I have a thing for steelbooks right now. All the stuff I've been buying has all been steelbooks, except for maybe one or two things that I've gotten recently. I plan on, continuing that trend. I really like the way they look on a shelf, and I don't know. I think I just find them more sturdy, and the artwork on them is always so well done. Like the one for Heather's, I love the artwork on that with all of them on the back and the 3 different colors, and they're all standing there with their croquet mallets. I love that. I wish my body loved milk, but it just doesn't. Oh, you guys are in a conversation and I'm not part of it. I must have missed it. Oh, sorry about that. Hi, Michael. How you doing? What's my next cover? Well, that's going to depend. I've been trying to exercise my voice a little bit lately, and I've been trying to get it in shape so that I can do some actual recent stuff, because all the stuff that I've been putting out, except for one, Landslide is the only one that is recent. All of the others are recordings from years and years ago when MySpace used to have MySpace karaoke. And every one of those was recorded off there. And there are many, many more songs out there on somewhere out there on the internet. There are many, many more videos and many, many more audios of me singing songs that I don't have recorded. I really wish that I would have caught on to the fact that they were closing it down before, because they kind of, for me, it happened like I was on there one day and then one day I wasn't. I was like, oh no, why they get rid of this? This was my favoriteest thing every day. And I was pretty disappointed in that. But I recorded a lot of stuff, and I would love to be able to go online and find some of that old stuff, but I don't even know if it's possible. But my next song, if I do a new one, I don't know for sure. It might be Kim Carnes' Betty Davis Eyes. Or it might be Madonna, Like a Prayer. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. If I release one that's pre-recorded, I don't know for sure. I've been requested by Scott Matthews to try putting out something that is a little out of my comfort zone. And I did a song once out of my comfort zone by the Scorpions, Rock You Like a Hurricane. I did it my way. And it's not perfect, but I actually think I did pretty good with it. So I might actually make a video for that and put that out next. It kind of fits with the whole like Halloween season, I think, because it's, I don't know, it's got that scary kind of feel to it. So that might be one that I put out next. I also have another garbage song I'm planning on putting out. And there's 2 more Alanis Morissettes. And there's a few other random ones. I might also put out ones that I've put out before on my SoundCloud. I haven't made videos for that yet. There's a lot of really good ones. I say too much. Sorry. Oh, okay. But anyway, yeah, I don't know for sure, but it'll be one of those. And I'm hoping I can manage to do something fresh, because even though it's difficult and it hurts for me to sing, I do not feel like myself when I don't sing. I can't, I feel like part of me is missing, and it just doesn't feel right. It feels like I'm frustrated. I've been grinding my teeth. Okay. Every day I catch myself grinding my teeth, and I have to physically tell myself to stop doing it because I can't sing. Because my body was used, I was just so used to just singing whenever I wanted all the time. It was a constant thing all the time. And now I don't hardly do it at all. And it's weird. It's very weird for me. It's changed my personality a little bit. I don't know if it's for the better. Oh, you were talking to Gypsy. Beep bop boop is Gypsy. Oh, the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna have to check that out. Oh my God, Evan Peters is so good. He sings too. I don't know if you guys knew that, but he can sing. It's kind of amazing. He's multi-talented. We need more multi-talented men out there. A lot of multi-talented women, I feel, like in out there, but it seems like you don't have as many men out there who are multi-talented, who can do, more than like one thing. You have your few exceptions. Jared Leto, oh my God. If he wasn't an actor, he could be a rock star anyway. He is a rock star anyway, because 30 Seconds to Mars is literally one of my favorite bands of all time. I never get sick of that. And his voice, oh my gosh, he's so talented. You guys got to check his acoustic stuff out on YouTube, because it is so good. He is so good. I love his voice. Yeah, I was around for the Jeffrey Dahmer trial already, so I already saw a lot of that stuff when I was younger. I mean, he got caught in 1994, and I was 22. So hi 4K D-Ray. I don't know if I've met you before, but hello. Yeah, everybody's talking about the Dahmer series. I really need to get into it too. I haven't done it. Hey, what's up, Robert? Hot diggity dog. Hot dogs come in a can. We don't like to talk about hot dogs. Blech. I'm really hot. It's really hot in here tonight. I turned the heat down too. Oh, I keep interfering in your conversation, guys. I'm so sorry. You know, it wasn't the post office. It came Amazon, and the Amazon truck just pulled right up in my driveway and dropped it off. And I kind of wondered too, because it was double boxed, meaning it was in a envelope package and then inside a box, and it was just like rattling around in there. And I thought, man, I wonder if they messed it up at the warehouse and tried to remedy it by putting it in this box. Jeremy Renner, I know. I have not seen that. I kind of avoid the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. I don't know why. I shouldn't, I guess. I don't know. I guess maybe because I had to watch the trial on TV, I got bored of it, I guess. I don't really have the interest in Dahmer that much. And to be honest, I know a lot of people like get into serial killers and stuff who are into horror, but I don't so much. And that's mostly because there's an unsolved murder in my family. And when I'm looking up serial killers, I'm usually looking for clues. When you have an unsolved murder in your family, it wears on you, and it makes you, especially because I was very impressionable when this happened, and she was kidnapped when I was 14. She was 35. She got kidnapped. 2 years later, they found her body in the woods. She had definitely been stabbed to death, and that was disturbing for me. It didn't sit well with me, and I had a hard time. I used to sleep with a butcher knife under my mattress after that happened, because I was so scared of it wasn't just that though. Also, I saw a guy hold a gun on my mom, and that really freaked me out. So because of that, I got nervous and would sleep with the butcher knife under there. My mom found it and she was freaking out, and I was like, please just let me keep it there because it makes me feel safe. And so she let me keep it there. But yeah, so because of that, when I'm looking at serial killers, I'm not enjoying it. I'm looking for clues. Even though I think I have a theory on who might have done it anyway, I'm still out there looking for clues at all times, all the time. There was a book written about it. Called Right for the Picking, the Kathy Wilson murder story. And that's her. And it really messed me up and messed my cousins up and messed up my family. And my family was never the same after that. It was definitely a very upsetting situation. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I don't pursue these stories about serial killers. I did watch the one about Ted Bundy with Zac Efron. What? That was a horrible casting decision. Not believable at all. Thanks, Robert. No, and I do want those. Especially The Thing. Night of the Demons I could probably wait on, but The Thing, I don't have a copy of that at all. My collecting isn't as in depth as some of my friends. I definitely, I'm starting to collect stuff, but I still want to collect things that are more. I don't want to collect something and then just to collect it. I don't want to have something in my shelves and then never watch it ever, because I don't see a point in that. I'm very frugal. I don't like to waste money. And if I bought movies that I didn't watch, I would definitely feel like I was wasting money. So pretty much everything I buy is going to be something I want to watch and watch more than once. I'm not going to collect things just for the sake of collecting them. I do have a few collections like that though. Like I collect coins and what else do I collect? Funko Pops and starting. I'm missing a lane. I need a lane, and then I have all of Seinfeld over here. I want to get more Twin Peaks ones if I can find them. They're probably going to be expensive because they're probably, not making them anymore. But I still want to hunt them down. And I don't know. I'm not going to go too crazy with that either. But hey, guys, see my Sam blanket back there? Oops. I don't know. There. Back there. That's my new Sam blanket. And my pillow, you see him? He's awesome, right? That's freaking awesome. I love that. I got that at Halloween or Spirit Halloween. And I'll be going back and picking up some more stuff. I'm excited about going back there. I probably can't sing Freddie Mercury. At one time maybe, but not anymore. He's above my range now. My range is lowered. But I used to be able to hit those like opera notes. I used to be a soprano and chorus, and I don't know. It stinks. I smoked too many cigarettes and I was too rebellious. I do remember that House of Pain. No, there's no one home in my house of pain. I love that song. Did you like Tesla? I love Tesla. I don't think they do 2 albums. They totally don't get the credit they deserve. They were a great band from the 80s. Beep Bop Boop is actually Gypsy. Not that song. It's Special is the one that I have recorded. I never did record I'm Only Happy When It Rains. I wonder why I didn't. I should have. That would have been a good one for me. They even featured me a couple of times. When I did Straight Up, that got featured for a week on their front page. Darn, I can't remember what the other one was. I don't remember. An old one from 2007. I didn't even know they were making them back then. See, if you keep things in a shelf and keep everything all nice, then everything stays all nice. I try to explain this to my son because, I get an electronic device and it'll last me forever. If you guys knew how old my phone is, I'd be embarrassed to tell you. I'm getting a new one though before the trip to Kentucky. So I will have a new phone by the time I get down there. But my phone is so old, but it works perfectly in because I treat it well. And I've dropped it like twice, and it's never gotten wet. I'm just not hard. I still have my iPod, and it works perfect. And I won't get rid of that ever because I love my iPod. It says "Rock On, Mom" on the back because my son gave it to me for Mother's Day. But yeah, it definitely that's awesome. It's been so long since I've seen RoboCop. I need to check that one out again. Old school Friday night videos? Like, what do you mean? I haven't heard. Is that the one that just came out? That's not the one that the Grease was in, right? What one was with everybody was complaining about Grease being in it? I haven't bought the new Friday the 13th, but that's because I just got the Steelbook. So I'm not gonna I already have like 5 versions of Friday the 13th. That is my favorite franchise. So I mean, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you Friday the 13th every time. Even though I really like Nightmare on Elm Street, it's Friday the 13th for me. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really like Cinderella all that much. Did you know they were discovered by Bon Jovi? Have you seen American Crime Story? My personal favorite season was Gianni Versace. No, I haven't. I should check that out because that sounds right up my alley. Have you ever seen that show Mindhunter? It's super good. I can't believe they canceled it. It makes me so mad, but it was on Netflix and maybe it's still there. If it's not, I'm sorry, but you should check that out. It was so good. That's the one serial killer show that I actually liked. Like a corn dog. I've never eaten a corn dog in my life. I won't eat a corn dog. Ugh. Caught in 91, the trial was 92. Okay, so the trial was during high school for me. So it was probably being talked about in classes and everything else. I was probably just sick of it. The same way I can't listen to that Coolio song because I just got so sick of it. My friend Jeff just played that song so much that I just got super sick of it. 11/11, make a wish. 11/11. That's weird that I always see 11 is my number, guys. You were 4 years old during the Dahmer stuff? Yeah. I've been blessed with good genetics. I look younger than my age, but the facade is about to fall because I'm about to go and meet up with all the region free people in Kentucky, and they're gonna see the real me, without the guise of a camera. So I mean, I look good on camera. I do, but I might not look so good in person. People are going to be able to come up close and see my wrinkles and things like that. But I'm excited about meeting everybody, especially, like Lorne and Piz and Dan's hat. Dan's hat has a reputation all its own. Is it hot in Kentucky right now? It's so cold here. There is blah. this roly things at the gas station that are so good. They're chicken and cheese breaded and grilled. What? Is this a butter chicken joke? I must have missed something. You guys are talking food. He is, to be honest. And Ed Gain is like the real life Buffalo Bill. How awful. I hate when people do that. I'm going to get one of those Ring doorbells so I can make sure nobody steals my stuff, even though nobody steals my stuff, because everyone around here, I live in the middle of the country anyway, but everybody knows that I'm home all day. I don't have a job. I haven't had one in 20 years. So they know I'm home. The male people around here know me by name. I know they don't. They just lay your stuff up somewhere. Like one day last week, I think it was, there was a package just laying up against my garage. My garage is not close to my front door. And I'm like, if you leave it there, somebody might come and take it. That is awful. That was, I think, FedEx. I remember you saying this, Jamie. You had suspicions about who it was, if I recall. I can't imagine the pain and the trauma that must have been like. I hope justice is brought one day. Me too, but I don't have hope for it. I don't like saying, like, I don't want to say, I don't know. I have trouble talking about it on, like, in public, because I don't want my cousins to get upset with me. If they were to watch my show and hear me talking about it and hear my theory, they might be upset. And I don't really want to do that. But I do have a theory, and it's not a good one, and it's sad. It really is. I hate that whole incident because it's like before and after. And that reminds me of that movie, Before and After. You know, that's exactly the same kind of situation. It felt like there was before and then there was after. Broke the family up. It was terrible. You got your refund back, huh? What you going to spend it on? I know, that was like the worst casting decision ever, right? What were they thinking? What were they thinking? He's way too good looking. I mean, not that Ted Bundy wasn't a good looking man, because he was, but he was no Zac Efron. No, it was a bad casting decision. He is the most normal, and that is what he is scary, but I still don't, it still baffles me. Like, his excuse for why he was doing it never made sense to me. I mean, I don't know how you could be so upset over finding out that who you thought was your sister is actually your mom, and that was told to you, and things were done the way they were done so that you would have a better life. And he did have a better life. He was able to go to college, and I mean, he didn't have a bad life. So for him to be all like, well, I was mad at this because, I found out later it was a lie. Well, so what? Grow up, I mean, it's really irritating. I don't even believe him. I think he has something sick in him, but it wasn't that. There's no way that's what caused him to kill girls the way he killed girls. I'm sad that my little sign back there, my little neon sign, you guys can't tell what that says, but it says meow. I thought it would show up better on camera, but it doesn't. It's too bright. Maybe I'll have to put it somewhere else. I got the first one. I've got the first one. I haven't got the others. Are you gonna get the box set with the last three? You know what? I do. I want resurrection. I want resurrection, and I'm saying hashtag bust justice for Busta, because I am tired of everyone ragging about how the fact that he comes in there and Michael listens to him. Do you guys understand psychology? Because let me tell you, what happened there was Michael saw himself reflected in Busta Rhymes there, got confused, and wondered if he was seeing himself. So when he said, "Get out of here," he left. It was there's nothing weird about that. There's nothing weird about that. And the karate thing, holy moly, that was awesome. Busta's awesome. Stop picking on my Busta. I got that like last year. It's a Novogratz, I think they call it. It is a pull out. You can turn it into a futon. It's a futon, but I've never done that with it. I've never used it as a bed, and it is very, very comfortable. But I don't think it's like living room material. You know what I mean? You need a much sturdier couch in your living room, I would think. But it is great for in here, and it is a blue velvet couch. Get it? There's a reason why I did that, and it was the blue velvet thing. So I pretty much collect what I want to watch as well, but there's lots of movies I like to watch, unfortunately, and I don't trust streaming companies. You know what? I don't either. I'm a little disturbed. I kind of feel like if I don't own something, like I want to own a game. I want to own a game. I don't want to download a game. I do though. I mean, we've all done it, I'm sure. But I want to own a game. I want to own a movie. I want to know that it's mine. I want a physical representation that it's mine. And this whole idea that they can control, like they'll say, "Oh no, we won't do it." But who says that they won't do it in the future? Who says they won't just decide, "Oh, it's okay to control everybody's shit"? You know, I don't really like that. I want to be in control of my own stuff. So for them to, I don't trust it. I'm afraid that they'll like, didn't iTunes get in trouble for, taking like songs away from people that they paid for? You know, it just, I don't like it. I really want to own everything physically. That's why I'm all like pro physical media. Yeah, I could, but I don't know. It would depend. It would depend on what key it's in. I might be able to pull something off by Freddie Mercury, maybe, but I doubt it. And I'm not really, honest to God, I'm not like, I'm only a fan of certain Queen songs. I do like older Queen, like Queen from like 85 through 90 is probably my favorite Queen. Queen from the 70s is hit and miss for me. Like Fat Bottom Girls is a fun song, but I'm not sure I really like the song. And I'm not really sure that I like Somebody to Love. I'm not really sure I like that song. I do like Bohemian Rhapsody. I like We Are the Champions. We Will Rock You. I mean, I like those songs, but those are like, oh my God, like sports staples, right? So everybody likes those songs. That's what I need to come out. Did I miss something again, Robert? Which song? Tell me again. Tell me again which song. Oh, The Best of You? Like, you mean Foo Fighters? Foo Fighters is awesome. Yeah, my phone's got character to it. All right. My phone is old. It is a Moto X, guys. That's how old my phone is. I have an original Moto X. That was a long time ago. But I don't use the phone like most people use a phone. Like, I'm not constantly on my phone. I use it for some things, but for the most part, it's just a phone. It's mostly just our home phone. Okay, I will. Is that a steelbook you said? Child's Play. That's right. Oh God, that was nasty. I felt bad for people. I didn't buy it. I already have a copy of Child's Play, and I don't like Child's Play enough to like upgrade it. Besides, I actually really enjoyed the remake. Surprisingly, I didn't think I was going to like it, and I actually really liked it a lot. Friday 4K is not terrible. Literally one of the best 4K upgrades out there. Bust people with their terrible displays complaining it's not bright like a Marvel movie. I'm so tired of this mainstream, like, gross, like, stop. Every day is not Saturday morning. We are not children anymore. We are not eating cereal on Saturday morning, watching Saturday morning cartoons. I'm tired of Marvel. I'm tired of it. Let's have something that has some substance, please. I mean, not that they don't, but ew. I want something with some substance. I want something that makes me think, not just blind, mind-numbing action constantly. It's boring. It's boring. I can't tell you the last time I've enjoyed myself going to watch a action movie. I can't even tell you. I still only watch the old Nightmare on Elm Street DVD box set from 1999, waiting for Scream Factory to pump out a box set. I think I have that same one. No, actually, no, I don't. I have a Blu-ray set, but it's like not region 1. I don't know what region it is, but it's not region 1. So I can't play like these special features unless I change the number on my PlayStation to change the region. But I don't want to do that because it only lets you do it like 3 times, and I'm not going to do that. I know, that show was good, wasn't it? And that actor was super good. He looked just like him. He talked just like him. I'm sad that they got rid of that show because I thought that was going to be a really good show. I thought they were going to do several different, serial killers through time and stuff, and they didn't. The Old School movie. Do you mean the movie Old School? Or am I missing something again? Honest opinion. I find Friday the 13th kind of boring. The kills are cool, but the in-between parts, like giant monster movies that pad out the monster fights. And, for me though, it was my first, so when it came to, it was 1981-ish, I think, and my babysitters wanted to come to my house to watch HBO, to watch Friday the 13th. And they begged my mom to go out. They're like, please let us come over. Let us come over and babysit. So, and my mom said, okay, fine. I'll go bowling or something. And then I begged my mom, please, Mom, can I watch it with my babysitters? Can I watch it? Please, I want to watch it. And she was like, okay. Because I had already seen Jaws. I had already seen, Halloween, like bits and pieces of other things like the Manitou I saw, like that was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen in my life, was that little Indian guy coming out that lady's back. It's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But I had seen that before, that little piece. So my mom was like, okay. So for me, Friday the 13th one represents freedom, a little bit of freedom that my mom gave me, a little bit of privilege that my mom gave me. And it's important to me. And out of all of the franchises, Friday the 13th is my favorite. It's the one I go back to over and over and again. And it doesn't really have much to do with like, I mean, yeah, I can see how people would say that the first one is boring. It does have some slow moments, but none of that mattered for me because I was 8, and I'd never seen anything like that. I'd never seen anything like that before. So it was an experience for me. It seems that way with most of the Friday the 13th movies. Like Friday the 13th 2 is my favorite of the whole franchise, and that's because of Ginny. And Ginny inspired me to want to be a psychologist. Ginny inspired me to have empathy and sympathy for, people less fortunate. Ginny was one of the most important characters for me in any horror movie. She made me feel strong. She made me want to be strong. I liked the way that she came in and she was sarcastic with Paul, she was a big influence on me. Also, Friday the 13th, Part 5, in spite of the fact that I hated the twist, is still and remains to this day the best time I have ever had in any movie theater in my entire life. Every seat was packed. It was loud. It was obnoxious. People were throwing things. It was the best. It was Halloween night, and it was the best time I ever had in my entire life. I will never forget it. So Friday the 13th is kind of important to me. The other seasons of American Crime Story so far are O.J. Simpson and Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton? What? Why? What? I don't get it. Look, guys, I'm a Democrat. I'm a liberal, and I like Bill Clinton, and I don't mind Hillary either. So I don't get that. Yeah, I don't know. I should check that out then, because I want to know what it is that they're, because he lied under oath? Big freaking deal. He was trying to hide it from his wife. Man, nobody gives that poor man. Kids today too, they look back on that and they see all the bad about it. But what they don't understand is, like, I looked at Hillary Clinton, I looked up to her because she didn't divorce him. She said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to work it out. I'm going to work hard on my relationship. I'm going to work hard on my marriage. And I'm not going to hold it against him. And she didn't. And that is fucking amazing. And everybody needs to give her some credit. You know what I mean? Because that is seriously that is why, I looked up to her before that because I've loved her since like 92. But honest to God, that is one of the most shocking moments. I think I really expected that she was going to do the cliche thing and divorce him, and she didn't. She did the non-cliche thing, guys. That is what I look up to. Non-cliche. Every time. What Christian Slater? Heathers, you mean? I love that. I also just got a copy of True Romance, and I love that movie. I watched it immediately. I love that movie. Corn dogs, I can't even imagine what that tastes like. No, I will not eat one of those. Mm-mm. Not in a gazillion years. 1986 aliens didn't like the cornbread either. Excuse me. I do like cornbread by itself. I don't like hot dogs. I very, very rarely eat hot dogs. And the only time I really want to eat a hot dog is if I'm cooking it on a stick over a fire. That's it. And that's just because it's an experience. I really do not enjoy eating hot dogs at all. We were talking about hot dogs and corn dogs, and these roly things are also grilled like hot dogs. What roly things? Oh, like the corn dogs are grilled? I'm really lost here. When I first got into serial killers, Ed Gein was one of the most I was most interested in. I think he was a very complicated person. I agree. I think he was extremely complicated. I think he might have been fairly intelligent. Um, but growing up with the mother that he had and growing up living in the middle of nowhere, I'm sure had an effect on his psyche. I mean, he was confused with religion and all kinds of other things. So, yeah. He was a scary one. That's right. I always know what I'm talking about. No, I don't. Oh, you love the way I talk. It's good. Oh, thanks. I think my friend Freeman Focus likes the way I talk too, because I don't know if you guys know this. You guys need to go check out Freeman into Focus, because he's got a great channel. He's a very intelligent guy. He's got a great channel, and all of his videos are awesome. They're really awesome. And the one about American Psycho, I'm in it. I do some voiceover work for it, and it was really fun to do. So get over to Frame into Focus and check out his channel and subscribe, because it's awesome. He's good. He knows his stuff and he does his research, and I like that. And his stuff on David Lynch, good stuff. Yes, absolutely. I am. Now, here's the thing. I have been avoiding going in anybody's chats when they're talking about it. I am like super against all this speculating, how it's been constant. And the same thing's happening with Scream 6 too. I noticed it's like everyone wants to speculate on what's going to happen. But see, what I've learned in life is that if you do that, if you go into something with too many expectations, you are going to come out disappointed. You will not have a good time, because you will have had an idea in your head already to begin with, without giving the artist the chance to show you what they wanted to show you. That's what I have a problem with people judging things before they even see it. And speculation to me is sort of a judgment. So I'm not big on speculating about what's going to happen in Halloween Ends, whether Laurie's going to make it through, or whether Michael will, or who's going to kill who, or even if there's like, a copycat or anything like that. I've been trying to avoid it all, because I want to go in as blind as possible, because when I do, I end up enjoying myself. I was totally blind for Kills, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I was squirming in my seats. Uber Michael, there's nothing better. I mean, Uber Michael beats Uber Jason. I'm sorry. Seriously, that was phenomenal. I loved the part in the kitchen when he kills the old couple. I know it's sick, but I like horror movies, right? So I'm a little sick, right? I really enjoyed it, and I was squirming in my seat. And if you can get me squealing and squirming and like moving all around during a movie, I'm having a good time. And Kills, I had a great time. 2018, not so much. I didn't like that one as much, but I still liked it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I just liked it. Kills, I loved. And I'm hoping I'm going to love Ends. I have a feeling I probably will. Now, do I want more Halloween after? No, I don't. I'm done. Look, I've been around since before Halloween ever even came out. The first one ever even came out. I saw the first one when it came out at the drive-in. My stepmom wanted to see it. My dad took her. I was in the back seat playing with my toys, but I saw it. It wasn't even that scary to me. I'd already seen Jaws, so it didn't even matter, I'm ready for it to be over. I'm tired of the same old franchises, guys. You know, why? Why do we keep going back to the same franchises over and over and over again? You don't, it's become a habit. It's almost like you got to have that fix. You got to have that fix, you know? It's like a drug. And I'm done with that drug. I want fresh. I want something new. Give me more Hellfest. Give me more Sinister. Those are really good freaking bad guys. Sinister, Bagul, terrifying. Give me more of that. Give me more of the of Hellfest, because that guy is also another perfect what's the villain, because he's, no matter what fest he goes to, he can have a different mask. I mean, you never know which one he is. And you never know what one, because all of the different festivals that he was going to all had different masks. They show you that at the end. It was like a teaser saying, hey, look, he does this all the time. Well, show us. I wanted to see. That's what I want. I want something fresh and new. I want new stories. I'm tired. Hereditary, you know, Midsummer, Last Night in Soho. I'm trying to think of others that I've seen recently that I think are good, that I think that they should. Honestly, I'm not even sure that we should keep going in the franchise direction. I want to break the corporate cycle, because they're putting out, it's like they're just putting out like junk food for us to eat, you know, like it's just a plethora of junk food. And I'm tired. I want something that makes me feel, that makes me think. I mean, I love to go to a movie and, you know, for the kill count too. Everybody does, but I don't always want that. That's why I like things like Last Night in Soho. Last Night in Soho's twist, I saw it coming a little ahead of time, but it was so good that I didn't care that I saw it coming a little ahead of time. I can't remember X. Oh my God. X is fantastic. I liked it a little better than Pearl. But X is fantastic, you know? I want more like that. I'm tired of Halloween. I'm tired of Friday the 13th. I'm tired of reboots. I want something new. And I know not everybody's going to agree with me on that, because there's a lot of people who really like their franchises. But I'm almost 50, guys. I'm going to be 50 in June. Can you believe that? What the hell? That really is 50, guys. That's unbelievable. All right. I just went off on a tangent. So yeah, I am good at amazing at talking. Who wants to pay me to do that? It's always been a dream of mine to get paid to talk. So that's what I'm doing here. It's very brave of you to share, Jamie. I've never been through anything like that, but whenever I've had traumatic experiences or my mental health is bad, I find talking to people you trust is good. I've talked about it. I've always been very open about it ever since it happened. It's hard though. I can talk to strangers about it a lot easier than I can talk to anyone in my family about it. And it doesn't really come up in family functions or anything anymore. And it's probably better that way. I think we all need to just move on from it and accept the fact that I don't think the person responsible is ever going to be held responsible. And that happens sometimes, and we're just going to have to live with it. I hate it, but I don't know what else to do. I can't continue to dwell on it. I don't think my family wants to continue to dwell on it. I mean, we're talking like this was 1988, so it was a long time ago. Just like a cat. Meow. Yep. I love my kitties. I love my cats. They're my babies. They understand me. I freak my husband out. He calls me the cat whisperer. You love my owls? The owl back there? That little owl? That's a little Thai thing. Is there more owls in here? Do you mean my painting? That painting on this side back here? I did that. I made that. I'm not done with it, actually. It's a painting in progress. I'm going to be adding a lot more to it. I'll get it too if it goes down in price. I want it because I want resurrection. I want resurrection, guys. I know it's weird, but it's true. Yeah, it is hot being smart. I like nerds. Nerds are hot. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. Oh, you're filming with something with Christian? Hi, Christian, if you're seeing me or not. I don't know, but hi. You guys were wearing the same shirt last night. Do you know that? I saw him pop into a stream and he's wearing that red buffalo check shirt. And then I seen you on a stream and you with Uncle Bill last night and you were wearing a red check shirt. I was like, did they plan that? Yeah, let's just hope I stay back in action. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to stay motivated. I need to use YouTube to keep myself motivated is what I think I need to do. Because I haven't been motivated all summer, but I'm trying, you know. And with me, it's really hard with my illness. So get out. Is he going to be in Stream 6? Whoa. Wow. Well, look, don't say nothing about Scream 5, guys. Nothing. I haven't seen it yet. I'm behind, okay? I've tried to stay away from spoilers. One thing did get spoiled for me. And I was very upset when I heard about it. I really wish I wouldn't have gone into that room that night and heard it, but the Dewey thing was spilled for me or spoiled for me. So I was a little upset over that, but don't tell me anything. I don't want to know anything about Scream 5 because I'm gonna have to watch that on my own. I still have to get to that. The studios didn't want to release any of their movies on VHS in the first place and tried to stop it, but the consumer won. Seems like they're using streaming in an attempt to control it all again. I know. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. I don't want to be controlled. I don't want them to control my things. You know, I want to own my things. I don't want them to control it. It's really kind of bothering me. I almost feel like PlayStation and Xbox and stuff, they're doing a whole entertainment. It's not just a gaming console anymore. It's like an entertainment console, which I knew that the future would go that way, but I didn't realize that it would end up being like, streaming and downloading games and stuff instead of actually buying a game, like, and having a disc. And that's kind of depressing. I really wish it wasn't that way. Maybe. I don't remember it. Did it come out in the 80s? Were there any hit songs off it? It's possible. I may have heard it and just don't remember. I don't remember him having a solo album. Really? Is this like, that Body is a Wonderland song kind of thing going there? What? Why? No. Why would he leave? Who's going to take his place? I hope Jon Stewart comes back then. Oops. I'm really slow, guys. Sorry. I wish I could sing that one, Ben. I really do. That used to be I could in the day, but I don't have that ability to do that falsetto anymore. And that's frustrating. I can't do falsetto, and Heart of Glass is literally all falsetto. Big facts, Jamie, definitely suffering from superhero fatigue. Yes, I am. There are a few that I do like, but they're always the outliers. Like Watchmen. I like that. I like the M. Night Shyamalan superhero trilogy with Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think I watched all of 2. I think I saw it in pieces, but I never saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in full. I do need to watch that in full. I do like that one because it's a little bit out there. Also Deadpool, because that's out there too. Anything that's a little bit different, I'm going to like it. Blade, who started it all. And I even love Blade 3, which I know a lot of people don't. I love Blade 3. I love Parker Posey in it. I love Ryan Reynolds in it. I love Jessica Biel in it. And I think it doesn't get credit because people wanted it to be something that it's not, probably. And they were upset when they went in. But I had fun with it, and I thought it was great. I thought Parker Posey was an awesome villain. I love when she plays a villain. She's so good at it. There's a normal edition of the Arrow RoboCop Blu-ray, a steelbook, and a limited edition. There's newer 4K editions of these as well. Whatever you want to get. I'll look into it. I'm going to probably try to find the steelbook because, like I said, I've been on this steelbook kick. I really want to buy mostly steelbooks because I like the way they look on the shelf. Can you switch a PS3 to region free? I don't know. I didn't have a PS3 before, but I bet you they might have a way to do that. I know you can with PS4, and they'll let you do like 3 times. You can change the region number, but I'm not going to do it at all because I don't want to mess it up and then not be able to put it back. Jamie, what are your thoughts on Zack Snyder as a filmmaker? I know he has a lot of haters, which makes me sad because I'm a really big fan of his work. Well, I preferred his version of Superman, or Justice League? Justice League. But I don't know what else he's done. I know the name, but I can't think of like his body of work. So if you tell me a few things, I might be able to tell you more if I like them or not. But he's one that I haven't really like sat down and read about and like studied. And usually for me to know that stuff, I have to pay attention. I'm excited for Deadpool 3 and the arrival of the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and the MCU, but other than that, I'm good. I don't care about Fantastic Four so much, even though I used to watch that cartoon growing up. I don't really care so much about that one. X-Men, it depends. I do own on DVD the original 3 X-Men movies because that was before they went super saturated with it all. And, I did kind of like them back then. But not anymore. Not anymore. And Deadpool, I'm definitely looking forward to Deadpool 3. I absolutely love Ryan Reynolds. He's hilarious. He's one of the funniest people on the planet. I really love that guy. David Fincher has talked about maybe coming back one day for season 3. And on the subject of Fincher, as much as Seven gets talked about, which I love, I think Zodiac is his scariest movie. Zodiac is so good. I love that. I haven't seen it in a while, but the last time I watched it, I remember thinking that the part at the end there, or towards the end, where Jake Gyllenhaal goes to the house and the guy's like, you want to come down to my basement? And he's like freaking out because most people don't have basements. He's like, well, I do. That definitely scared the bejesus out of me. I was scared for him. And some of that's based on truth. So, I mean, that's kind of insane. But seven is pretty darn good. I mean, Seven, was that his first movie? It's one of his best, I think. But Zodiac is scarier. I know there's more Fincher movies that my brain isn't on high level, guys. I was partaking of some chocolate earlier, some special chocolate. We have dispensaries here now, guys. So I was partaking of a little chocolate treat earlier, and maybe my brain isn't all on high function. Sorry. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? I think we're definitely due for a Friday the 13th resurgence, whether it be a movie or even a series on one of the streaming services. I know I've heard through the grapevine that they are working on something. I don't know. Like I said, guys, I'm spent on the franchises. And I'd like to see them all be laid to rest because we need new franchises. I'm just tired of the old ones. I'm worried too that younger generations, like a lot of that stuff is going to get lost on them. Like our references and stuff will get lost on them. And I don't know. I'm just tired of it. I heard Logan. Okay, so I've not seen Logan either. I have seen pieces of it. But I haven't seen the whole thing. And I really, really want to see it because everyone, even my son and my husband were like, oh my God, that movie made me cry. So I definitely have to catch up on that one, especially because I do like that X-Men series. So. Yeah, the impeachment scandal. I even said back then that it was just a bunch of malarkey. I still think that way about it. I'm not very fond of certain parties' tactics and how they're hypocritical and what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander kind of behavior. So it's funny that they get upset over their people being impeached over stuff that's legit. My husband likes those. I don't like them. Yuck. Beef hot dogs are not, I don't like beef hot dogs either. And you know what? If I have a bologna sandwich, I won't eat it if it's beef bologna. It has to be the turkey and chicken stuff. Otherwise, I just don't like it. I have to basically gag that stuff down if I'm going to eat it anyway, because it's just not, my body tells me what it wants and what it doesn't. And that's what the nausea is all about, and the fatigue and all the other little things, the pain in my joints and all that. That's all because of my body's sending signals out, and the signals are all crossing wrong. And if I don't eat right, it makes it 10 times worse. So I try to eat right. I'm trying to eat right. I'm sticking my ground when it comes to not eating the fast food, even though I do slip up every once in a while. Like I had Arby's last week and I probably shouldn't have, but I needed it. I needed it. But I've calmed down on a lot of that stuff, and I'm trying to stick to the basic meat and vegetable thing. And the protein is extremely important for me, and especially red meat, because I have an iron deficiency. So like, so bad that I cut my finger a few weeks ago and I went like this, just to get the blood off it. And you know how when you taste your blood, it's tinny or tastes almost penny-like? I did not have that. There's no tinny taste. And that is not good. And they have actually, my doctors before have threatened me with transfusions. So I don't want that. So I'm going to definitely up my iron intake. Yeah, I'm not going to live dangerously like that, Robert. Nope, I'm not doing it because that stuff is so bad for you. It's so bad. It's bad for me. It's bad for you. It's bad for everybody. Fart big time. The original Friday the 13th is dope through and through. It's my favorite character in the franchise. Agreed. Agreed. Like, if you ask me what my favorite one is, I'm going to tell you it's two, but one, with it being the mom is the killer and everything, it really was special. It really was different. I think one has a lot more Hitchcock in it, which I really like. My favorite Ryan Murphy series is Feud. There's only been one season so far about Bette Davis and Joan Crawford. Season 2 will be about Truman Capote. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out because the Bette Davis and Joan Crawford thing interests me. Not only because of my love of the Faye Dunaway there movie, Mommy Dearest, but whatever happened to Baby Jane and that whole thing. So yeah, I have an interest in that. Saucy, how you doing? Steak sauce, sizzling. I have an air fryer, and I think my son would probably love that. I'm going to tell him to do it next time we have corn dogs in the house, which doesn't happen often, but it does happen. After Halloween ends, I believe the deal with Blumhouse is up. What studio or filmmaker would you like to see take on Michael Myers next? Oh, that's what I was just saying, though, Gypsy, that I don't want Michael Myers to come back. I don't want another Halloween movie. I don't want another reboot. I don't want it anymore. If I had to, I don't know. I don't know. Let me think about that, because I honestly, I don't think about things like this because honestly, in my opinion, I really want it to end. I do. I want Halloween to end. I want it to be gone and done, I don't know, maybe A24 could pick it up. Maybe Ari Aster. I don't know. I could say Mike Flanagan, but I don't know because he kind of has this aesthetic that I'm not fond of. If he gets himself a really good cinematographer, maybe. But his aesthetic is so TV like that I don't enjoy his. Dr. Sleep was good and I liked it, but the aesthetic of it, I was not a fan of. I was not a fan of the Haunting of Hill House aesthetic. It just was too made for TV movie. And I wish that I didn't have to say that, but that's how I felt about it. I'm glad to hear that, Robert, because not as many people liked it as I had hoped, And I really, truly, really enjoyed myself. If Scott could have videotaped me, it would have been delightful for you guys to see it because I was just squirming around in my chair and I was so excited and I was going, ee! Every time somebody died, I go, ee! It was exciting. I hate hype culture. It just leads to disappointments and bad times. Yeah, I agree. And that's why I try to avoid it because I don't want to disappoint myself. And I've had in my life a lot of experiences where I've hyped myself up and then been very disappointed. And I just decided, I learned at a young age that that's just a bad idea. So I don't go into movies. I try not to watch trailers, and I don't go into movies with any expectations. I usually go in with an open mind, and I'll tell you if I don't like something. That it does happen, guys. Believe me. I mean, I know it seems like I love everything, but there is times like the Matrix Resurrections where I was so mad. I was so mad that I wasted my time watching that. It was so not worth it. I love Keanu. I do. He is my favorite, but that was just bad. That was just bad. It was bad, guys. It was bad. It was so bad. I hated it, and I hope to never watch it again. And to me, it's still a trilogy, and I won't count that last one because I didn't ever watch The Matrix for the love story. I don't understand that. I watched it for the action and the overarching story, the story that everybody tells, of the hero from beginning to end, that kind of thing. That's what I wanted to see in it. And that's not what we got. I don't even know how to feel about that. I was so mad. I was so mad. I know. That was so funny. I loved it. There was so many funny things in it. And I don't know. I think sometimes people take things way too serious, And I really wasn't taking anything serious. I was just like, this is just delightful. I loved all the gore. I loved how vicious he was. I loved it when the whole town surrounded him and they still couldn't kill him. That was fantastic. People complained about the gay couple getting killed and kills, but it's a Halloween movie. Nobody's safe. Exactly. Exactly. I didn't care about that. I mean, why even care about that? I don't understand people's expectations. I really don't. I like to experience, I don't want to expect. I want to experience. You lost all the movies, all the good ones? What do you mean you lost movies? Big John and Little John were refreshing and non-stereotypical. They were. They were. I don't know. I don't even care. Like, I don't even think it's like a factor. Like, I know a lot of people make a big deal out of, the fact that they were a gay couple, but I was like, well, so it didn't even affect me. Like, I don't care. I don't care. They were just another couple to me, They were just like the old couple to me. You meant to say I watched all the great good movies? What? Who's coming back in Psycho? Who? Norman Bates? Are you guys watching the new Game of Thrones show? Or what is it called? House of Dragons or something? I haven't watched it. I loved Game of Thrones. Don't get me wrong. I really did. I even did my own little, like, the last season, me and Voltaire from Twin Peaks Coffee Time, we kind of did our own thing on Sunday nights after the show would air. We come on and we do like an instant reaction to it. And I love that show, but I don't know. I don't feel like I'm very interested in a prequel. I don't know why. I just don't feel interested in it. But I could be making a huge mistake because I made a huge mistake with Breaking Bad because I just didn't feel like I was very interested in a high school teacher, deciding to make meth. I guess I just wasn't into that. But boy, was that a huge mistake. Because when I did finally watch it, it was the most fantastic show, and it's in my top 3. What if Henry Thomas comes back as Psycho Norman Bates Reborn? I'm all on it. I'm all about it. Yeah, I like that plan. Because I thought Henry Thomas was great as Norman Bates. And you know what? I thought he did a pretty gosh darn good Jack Nicholson as well. I really did. I thought he did really good at that. I liked that in Doctor Sleep. Halloween 3 wanted to tell a different story, and they wanted to use it as a launching pad to, tell unique stories. Yes, and here's the thing, Robert. How old was I? 83. I would have been 10. I knew before the movie came out, just by watching the television commercials, that there was not going to be a Michael in it. It had nothing to do with Michael, because literally in the ad on TV, they show a TV with the ad for Halloween on it. Like, breaking the fourth wall kind of thing. How could you not notice this in the ad spot? And a 10-year-old notices it, but you adult critics out there in 1983 didn't notice this. So when it finally does get to theaters, all of you are expecting Michael, and then you get mad because he's not there. That's called having expectations. I knew, I saw it. I was smart enough to figure out just by watching the darn commercial that it wasn't going to be about Michael, that it was going to be about witches or something along those lines. But I knew it wasn't going to be about Michael. And it just really bothers me that that happened that way. And every time I think, why did they not see what I saw, And not just me, every one of my friends in my neighborhood. Okay. I lived in a kid friendly neighborhood. There was kids everywhere. We all saw it, and we all said it was great, and nobody was pissed off that Michael was not in it. So I don't know, maybe it was a regional thing. I don't know. But in my region around me, nobody was mad about it. So I never understood it. I never understood that. Thank you. Oh God. Yeah, well, I'm halfway to 100 now. So, oh my God, that is terrible. I don't want to be 100, okay? No. Yes, I'd like to see that too. Oops, I got lost for a second. This thing jumps around. Yeah. I just picked that up it was at some store, random store, Runnings, I think. And it was just sitting in a shelf. And I was like, that thing's cute. I'm taking it home. And then the one next to it is also a tie beanie. And that's a kitty cat. I got to get it. Actually, I need to get the whole, I hope are they going to do a box set? Because I would much rather get the Scream movies all at once in a box set. I do have a DVD box set of it, but it's so old that the movies don't play right on my TV. So I don't want to watch it in a little tiny screen in the center of my television. I want to watch it full screen, and it won't do it. So I need to update. Dave Mustaine, Megadeth come out, The Sick and the Dying and the Dead. Is that an album? What if Dave Mustaine was in Scream 6? What is this obsession with Dave Mustaine? Honestly, the Dewey thing wasn't that surprising to me. I guessed it just from the trailer and soundtrack listing. I did too, but having it confirmed for me was like, oh crap. I didn't want to know. But I know now. So it kind of stinks. And I'm going to be sad when I see it, because he's one of my favoriteest. And I also was a little bit mad that they decided that they were going to finally kill someone off, because here's my problem with that. That is kowtowing to what they believe the public wants. I would have had a lot more respect for them if they kept them alive and all 3 of them alive again. I would have had a lot more respect for it if it would have kept all of them through it again and said to the people who wanted the other way. You know, that's that's what I would have wanted. Viruses are harder to get. Streaming is so expensive. Torrent sites are going to be the norm. Yeah, I don't know nothing about like torrent and all that stuff because that's all like I don't like I used to think computers were the devil back in the day. Like I did not even want to ever learn how to use one. And that's actually really surprising. I felt the same way about video games and all these things. And I was really like, I was adverse to change about things, but then I finally decided I had to come into the future. But I still have never used I never ever downloaded a illegal song. I've never downloaded an illegal movie. I've never done any of those things. I never even, was it Napster? Was that what they called that thing? I never even used that. I never have done any of that stuff. It's just not in my nature to try to do things through the back door. Literally. 1985, it came out. The 3 singles were made in heaven. I was born to love you and living on my own. I must have forgot what we were talking about there. Oh, that album. That's right. Which one was it? Oh, now I can't find it anymore. I'm sorry, guys. The comments, I'm getting so behind and I'm losing track of what we're talking about because I go off on tangents. One time, Jamie, I got sick during the winter and I couldn't do falsetto for 3 months. I was so afraid I lost it, but thankfully it came back. I wish mine would come back, but it won't. And even if I asked the doctor about if I get my thyroid out, will that fix it and make it, easy for me to sing? And he said, yes, but that will give me a lot of other problems. And I will spend the rest of my life trying to balance. And even though I already am doing that to a certain extent, as long as I have my thyroid in here, it is making a little bit of hormone on its own. And that's important. And if I get it out, nothing, no natural hormones. I'll have to be completely medicated and I'll have to try to find the regulation and it'll be hard. I've seen my brother go through it and it isn't easy because he ended up having cancer in his, so he had to get his out. And it hasn't been easy for him. And I really think it's better to try to stay intact as much as possible. So I'm going to keep it and I'll just have to put up with the pain and have to put up with the fact that I'll probably never get the falsetto back. Jon Stewart is a badass. I love that way he calls out the political system. He's not afraid of it. And he's never been afraid of it. I've always liked that about him. Even when he was a stand-up comedian, he was never afraid to talk about politics and reality. And I always saw him as more of a centrist. And I feel like I'm more of a centrist than a lefty, really. I mean, I've taken tests before where I was further over on the right on immigration than Ted Cruz. So, which I don't even know if that's legit or real or what, but I mean, that's how the political test came out. Even though most of my social stuff is on the left, I do have I'm fiscally kind of right because I do believe in capitalism. But I believe in a specific kind of capitalism, and I believe it needs to be highly regulated. I don't believe in this free market stuff just being run rampant, because that doesn't work, because somebody will screw it up. There's always a bad apple, and you have to regulate it. You can't just let chaos reign. That's just silly. They are, and I have them both. My son, they were gifts to my son, so actually they're his, and I'll probably give them to him when he moves out, if that ever happens. I saw Blade 3 on DVD, I'm sorry, I have Blade 3 on DVD, saw it in theaters. The unrated version is better. I haven't seen it. I don't know. Maybe I did see the unrated version on HBO or Showtime or something. But I really love that movie. I mean, I love it. I love that movie. I never was bored. I've seen it at least 50 times. It was one of those movies that came out right around the time where, I was a new mom. So I was up at night a lot and had to watch things. And these were things that kept me company, like that movie, while I was feeding the baby. Ryan Reynolds was basically Deadpool and Blade Trinity. Another reason why it's an awesome movie. He really was. He really was. But he's kind of that way all the time anyway. He just kind of naturally has that sense of humor, I think. I agree. I think nerdy women are hotter. Well, I definitely married a dork. I like him. He's a dork. He's a nerd. I like nerds. My nerd's hot. Flucka! How you doing? Get to see you face to face this time. Or at least you get to see my face. 300 Watchmen, Sucker Punch. I have 300. I have Watchmen. I have Sucker Punch. I have Superman. Don't have Superman, Batman versus Superman, though. I need to get that one. I have, what's the Superman one with Brandon Routh? Superman Returns. I don't think that movie's so bad. Everybody's always talking bad about that movie, but I don't think it's so bad. And Sucker Punch, oh my God, I love that movie so much. I love that movie. He did the remake of Dawn of the Dead, 300, Watchmen, Sucker Punch. Who are you guys talking about? Oh, are you talking about Zack Snyder? Army of the Dead I haven't seen. Man of Steel I liked. Okay, it was all right. Justice League, I liked his version better. 300, I absolutely love. I have 2 versions of that. I don't have Dawn of the Dead. I need to pick that up. Watchmen I have. Sucker Punch I have. Yeah, so I do like him a lot. How did I not realize that he was Sucker Punch when I did? I literally reviewed that on Region Free. I did. That was a long time ago now, but oh my God. I literally reviewed that on Region Free, and I knew it was Zack Snyder then. Airheaded sometimes. Megadeth does a soundtrack to Scream 6. That'll be interesting. I wasn't really a Megadeth fan in the 80s. I was more into like more mainstream stuff and like pop music, but I liked Bon Jovi, I liked Def Leppard, I liked Poison. I still love Poison. I will always love Poison. Guns N' Roses, Debbie Gibson, New Kids on the Block. There's a lot. Janet Jackson, Whitney Houston, Cyndi Lauper, Stevie Nicks. Basically, that's what I liked in grade school and junior high. The Dawn of the Dead remake is legit. I mean, that is so good. It's not the best one. If you ask me what the best remake ever made is, I'm going to tell you it's Cronenberg's The Fly. I mean, literally, that's the best remake ever, I think, made. But this one comes in the top 5 along with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, which I thought was really good. And I really love the Friday the 13th remake. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. I saw X-Men in theaters. Simpler times for superhero movies. Yep. I didn't see X-Men in theaters because when that came out, I was working at Blockbuster, so I just brought that home and watched it on tape. The 2000 DVD. I remember when I worked at Blockbuster, I worked there during the switchover. So we were switching over from VHS to DVDs and totally getting rid of the VHSs at the time. And wow, that was quite a switch over. I remember that being exhausting. Are you ready for Fox DVD? I remember those. I remember that. I know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I wonder though, Robert, if I know what I'm talking about. Alien 3 was Fincher's first. Okay, look, I love Alien 3. I think me and Lauren might be the only people on the planet who really love Alien 3 and see it for what it is. I love it. I love it. I thought Fincher was perfect to do it. He has that dark aesthetic and he likes everything to look kind of wet and creepy. And I thought that was perfect for Alien. And I know there's people that didn't like it. I don't really understand why, because I didn't see anything wrong with it. I mean, I like the concept of it mixing with a dog and kind of turning, every time it morphs into something, it mixes with something else, it morphs into something new, sort of like The Thing. I really like that. I thought it was great. The prison thing was a little scary, and the idea of her being in there with all those men by herself was really scary. And that was hard for me and bothersome, but not to the point where I thought it was bad. Get out. Oh, I hate Ayn Rand. Ugh, she was disgusting. And she died a hypocrite because she was living off of the government funds that she always said that she didn't want to live off of. So, Rebel Moon. Cool. I'm excited about that. It is going to be Star Wars related? I try to make sure I watch all of the Star Wars stuff because Star Wars is, again, another one of those things that shaped me and formed me. And I saw Star Wars, the original Star Wars in 1977 at the theater. And I will never forget it. I will never forget it. This big white screen, and the breathing starts, and Darth Vader walks out, and he's this big presence, and the composition of the black and the white and the just the contrast of it was just so amazing to me that I knew right then that I was going to be a movie fan for life. I knew right then. That was life-changing for me. I didn't know it as a black and white version. That's cool. Yes, I'm a huge fan of Hocus Pocus, and I'm excited about the new one coming out. I probably will go to the theater and see it. I did not see the original one in the theater, or maybe I did. I might have. I don't always remember everything I saw in the theater because I went there so much. I went there so often that I don't always remember everything. But yes, I do want to see it, and I am a fan of Hocus Pocus. And I have a t-shirt, and I'm looking to buy like some of their like movie props at Spirit Halloween because I like it. You're at Canadian and you live in Russellville, Kentucky. What do you mean? You were Canadian and now you live in Kentucky? Ann Coulter. Ew. God, she is a disgusting woman. She is a horrible person. She used to come on Bill Maher all the time. I used to watch a lot of Bill Maher back in the day. And she used to come on there all the time. I swear to God, I think they slept together. I think they did the deed. I honestly believe that. The way they look at each other and the way they talk to each other, it's just obvious to me. I totally believe they did it. uh, don't listen to me. You want to live dangerously. You go live dangerously. Don't listen to me. Hey, Echo. How you doing? Wow. That's a really, oh my God, that's a really good tie or casting. Sorry. I think I'm getting tired now, guys. It is like 12, almost 12:30, and I'm talking really loud. I'm probably keeping up my whole house. Yes, that's definitely my favorite of the franchise, Robert. Yeah, they might. I don't know. It's just so hard for me to decide something like that when I really inside really just wish that they would just quit and just find something new. So it's hard for me to, once I have an opinion, I don't usually like to stray from it. If they do Halloween again, just do the anthology idea. I like that plan, but I don't know. I think the Halloween purists are going to get mad because like they did in the 80s. I think they're just going to get mad. And I think they might even get more so mad now than they did then. I'm gonna try to make. I'm gonna try to make it to the bottom here, guys. I'm actually thinking that I'm probably gonna go in a few minutes because I'm starting to lose my voice. It's hot in here. I have to go to the bathroom. I know. I am so happy. I've been waiting forever for them to decide they were going to do it again. I think that Keanu Reeves as John Constantine is awesome. I thought he was so good, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope they get what's his name, the guy that played the devil from the Big Lebowski. I hope they get that guy in there again to play the devil again because I thought he was great. I liked him in the Until Dawn game. He's probably the best part. Ugh, I know. It was terrible. It was the worst. It was a terrible experience. I'm glad I didn't pay to go see it in the theater. I just recently watched Matrix 4. It was a bit too long. It was what it is. Matrix 4, it didn't break any new ground, typical sequel. It didn't. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I was bored to tears. I was angry. I didn't understand why they would even why? What was the concept? It didn't match up. It didn't make sense to me. I don't know. It just didn't seem like a sequel. You keep saying that, Robert. You're funny. Big John and Little John seem like a typical gay couple you see all the time in real life. To me, they weren't over the top or unrealistic. No, they seem normal to me. Totally, absolutely normal. I didn't even think twice about it. House of the Dragon is amazing. The Rings of Power is unfortunately quite disappointing. I've heard that. I haven't watched either. The Rings of Power did not look good to me. I don't think that I have enough love for the Lord of the Rings series to really give a crap about it so much. I mean, I might eventually end up watching it, but as of right now, I'm probably not going to even watch Rings of Power. I might watch House of the Dragon though. Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, which one is better? Okay, so I've only seen season 1 of Better Call Saul. Okay, I need to catch up. I liked it. I think it's a good continuation. Breaking Bad right now, surpasses it, but that's because I've seen it all, and I have not seen all of Better Call Saul yet, so I need to catch up. We need more horror anthologies, more creep shows, please. Yes, I agree. I like that. Sounds good to me. Sounds like your old Scream DVDs are non-anamorphic. Yeah. They don't have a widescreen logo at the top. I can't get it. I've tried everything. I tried, adjusting my television. I tried adjusting the console. I tried adjusting everything, and nothing worked. So I'm just gonna have to get an updated version of it. I've had it forever. I mean, it's long. It's old. A Halloween spinoff I'd be interested in seeing is the story of Charlie Bowles, the tale of the great graveyard keeper, tells Loomis on the way to Judith's tombstone. Yeah, I like that. Johnny, how you doing? What's up, buddy? Yeah, I know. I know. I know you like those. Sometimes you remind me of my husband in that way. He likes to do things on the risky side. Thank you, Robert. 85? Yeah, I must have, I don't know. I guess it got past me, or maybe I don't know. I must have heard songs off of it. I must have. There's no way I didn't. I was watching MTV from morning until night every single day, went from the moment it started until they stopped playing music. So, really. What about Jon Stewart, 1983, Smokey and the Bandit? Was he in Smokey and the Bandit 3? What? I don't remember that. Marvel wants to make a PG-13 Blade, and now they lost their director. God darn it. Here I'm talking PG-13 myself. I don't want PG-13. I want, if we're going to have Blade, who is a vampire and a martial artist, we need to have it be R. What is wrong with these people? Have they lost their minds? These young kids, they don't, under 13 don't give a crap about horror movies. Not these days. So I don't know what they're thinking. I want some adult content. Irritates me. They definitely need to change it up if they want to continue Halloween, because Laurie and Michael is played out. Thank you. I agree. It is played out. I am tired of it. I'm tired. It is tiring. Hey, Nick, how you doing? It's good to see you in here. I was worried that nobody would come watch me because I've been gone for so long. So I was like, oh my God, I'm going to go on and nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to watch. I'm going to be talking to myself. But you guys are awesome. You guys are all in here, and I appreciate that so much. The Friday the 13th reboot does not get the love it deserves. I thought it was like the best movie. All the best parts of Jason and the franchise rolled into one. I know. I loved how they made the beginning. I liked all the characters. I thought the kills were really good. Like the one in the sleeping bag above the fire, that was genius and terrifying. And the fact that they did, like, the whole first part was separate from the second part. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I watch it at least once a year. I watch all the Friday the 13th at least once a year. It's a staple in my life, and it's always been. It is my favorite of the franchises. I want to get that. I don't have any of the Alien movies either, believe it or not. I have a select. I'm gonna be starting a series where I'm showing my collection off about 5 or 6 movies at a time. that way you guys can see what I do have and what I don't have. And I can explain to you guys why I have certain things and why I don't have certain things, because like I said, I'm very frugal. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I don't particularly like just spending all my husband's money on movies. So I'm very particular about it. That way he doesn't get mad. Snyder came up with Rebel Moon as a Star Wars movie, but it's now going to be his own original franchise. Oh my gosh, really? Well, I'm excited. I'd like to see it. I'm hoping it's going to be good. I don't have Disney, and I won't ever have Disney. So I will never see any of those Star Wars things on Disney. And some may say that's unfortunate, but I'm not giving Disney my money. I don't like Disney. I don't like them at all. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't like some of their stuff, but I mean, of course I do. I like Bambi. I like Alice in Wonderland and Maleficent and Beauty and the Beast and, certain things. But I don't really, I don't like their philosophies, and I don't like how they've monopolized everything and taken everything over and how big they are. I feel like somebody needs to break them up. I don't think anything should be that big. That they're huge, and it's scary. It feels too controlling. Hey guys, I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and I shall be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I probably won't go on too much longer because it's pretty hot in here, and I'm getting kind of tired. So, like I said, I've been trying to cure my insomnia, and if I stay up too late, it doesn't help me. So, let's try to get through. I'm trying to get through the chat. Hey, Corey, how you doing? I'm so glad you guys are all in here tonight. That makes me feel really good. It really does. Because I was worried. I was so worried about coming on. I was like, oh my God, I'm surprising everybody. I didn't warn anybody. I doubt anybody will show up. But you guys are all being really awesome coming in here and saying hi to me and being supportive. And I love that. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you, guys. Way, they did it. I know they had to have did it. The way that they talk to each other, it's just definitely they did, which it is really weird matchup because he's short and she's tall, and how weird. And I always think she looks like, okay, so don't get mad at me, anybody, but don't she look like an alien in a skin suit? Like, she just looks like her neck's too long, her hands are too long, her arms are, everything is too long. She looks like something out of Men in Black. I'm really not impressed with her. I really don't like her at all. love that movie. I am so excited. I'm getting that. I hope they put it on Steelbook. I'm definitely getting that. Porky's was one of those movies, guys, where if you grew up in the 80s, right? And you were, preteen to teen, a lot of times your friends, your older friends would have movies and videotapes that would get passed around that were risque and that everybody's moms didn't want them to watch, like A Clockwork Orange and Porky's and Last American Virgin and many other things that used to get passed around like that. And Porky's was one of those movies that I saw passed around like that. And I saw part 2 on HBO and stuff, but that first one was on a videotape that someone's older brother, gave to us to watch. We were way too young to see it. And it's a good memory. It's a really good memory. American Horror Story in New York City. I'm feeling good about that. I really like that. Ryan Murphy says it's going to be the gayest yet. Consider me intrigued. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely intrigued. I love American Horror Story, first of all. And if they're going to move it to New York, oh my God. I mean, there's so many, like New York City. It's funny. I live in Western New York. So a lot of people don't realize that there's a whole state out there that is all forest. And there's only this little part that's the city. And so people always think of, New York, and they think of New York City. And I have so many people saying to me like, wow, your accent doesn't sound like it. And I'm like, yeah, because I live by Canada. So I really have more of a Canadian sound. But yeah, I think that the horror and the folklore and stuff in New York City and this state alone could really make its own show, to be honest. I'm excited for it. We don't know any plot details yet, just the setting and the tone. I'm excited. I'll give anything a shot. Almost anything. I mean, you can never get me to watch The Human Centipede. I don't care. No way. Nope. I won't watch it because I'm scared to death of the concept. I can't. There's some things that are too far for me, and that one is too far. That's just over my line. And I can watch a lot of really horrific stuff, but that's over my line. That's just too far. I still haven't seen that season. I have to catch up. I got through part of season 7, which is the one. It's the one with the cult, I think. And I had a hard time getting through that. It was divisive in my house. It caused my husband and I to have some arguments. And I was like, well, I want to watch this together and I don't want to watch it alone. So we have to agree to not fight. And that's difficult for us. When we clash, we clash. So we haven't gotten back to it. But I think it's been long enough now to where we can pick it back up and hopefully it won't cause any arguments. I'll watch it with an open mind and hopefully he will too. We'll see. Millie, hi. Everybody, this is Millie. She lives in Australia and she makes really awesome dolls. She makes the best Twin Peaks dolls. They are fantastic. And she does Muppets and the Dark Crystal and I don't know what else, but everything I've seen are good. And she makes these little movies with them and they're always really good. You guys should check her out. Trapped in Plastic. I don't know what you are on. I don't know. I know. What do you call yourself on other things, Millie? Just trying to promote your stuff. at you. What? I see you. Bangry. Yes. I am bangry. Bored and angry. Very bangry. I've been trying to make it to the end of the chat and it just keeps going and going and going. I know everyone says it, and Voltaire really liked it when I used to be on Coffee Time. So I need to get back into it. And I know I like the beginning of it, what I saw of it. So I need to get back into it. It's just, I've just been so behind. When I get sick, I kind of put everything aside and like the whole world just stops until I start feeling better. And it's not easy, but I'm going to have to deal with that the rest of my life. My hair is looking a mess. I'm going to have to deal with that for the rest of my life because getting my medication to keep me balanced is difficult. What screenplay for what? What are you guys talking about now? I missed the Carpenter situation. Your wish is yes, your command. You know, if I ever ran into a genie, the world would be a better place. Give me the One Ring, people. I'll fix it all. PG-13 Blade will never work. That's like making. I know PG-13 Hellraiser. Oh my god, guys. I'm so excited for Hellraiser. I saw the trailer. I did check that trailer out. I know I said I try to avoid most trailers, and I do, but this one I had to see. And I am stoked. She looks incredible. She looks so good. I can't wait. All the other monsters I saw, they look so good. I can't wait. I'm so excited to see this new Hellraiser. I can't wait. Really exciting. And I really, you know what, it doesn't matter to me that it's a female because in the book they're androgynous beings. So they don't have either or. It's just they're like more like hermaphrodites, but maybe they're more like Barbie and Ken. I don't know. But they're androgynous in the books. So it doesn't bother me that they switched to a female because there's no reason to be bothered by that. Unless you have issues with females. Yes, you guys are doing the risque stuff. Naughty boys. Bad, bad, bad. I know. I'm so excited. Nick, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I told everybody at the beginning, I'm bringing a t-shirt and I'm bringing fabric pens and I'm going to have everybody sign it. So that's going to be the best thing, I think. And then afterwards, I don't know if I might wear it. I'm not sure. But if not, I'm going to have it hanging up on the wall back there with everybody's signature on it. I like that idea. And I'm really excited to meet everybody and get to finally give everybody a hug. I am so excited. Everybody expect me to hug you because I will. I'm a hugger. That's what I do. And I don't care how tall you are and if I'm short. I will crawl up there to give you a hug. So you can ask my hubby. I hug everybody. It's probably not the best for me considering I have immune deficiency, but I don't care. I like hugs. I think more people should be hugging. Hugs could cure the whole world. We used to have a drive-in theater here and I miss it so much. And I actually considered using my land to actually build one. But that would be a difficult task and just a little too much for us right now. my husband just got a different job at work and different hours and more money, and he's going to be working more. And so I don't know. I couldn't do it all by myself. So we ended up not doing that. But that was kind of a plan I had during the lockdown. Yeah, me too. I liked him as Jason. He was in The Return. I don't know if you knew that. He was in Twin Peaks: The Return. Just a small part. He gets to arm wrestle Kyle MacLachlan, which was awesome. It's one of my favorite parts. Also, David Lynch pulls a little bit of a Rob Zombie thing there, where he kind of makes you sympathize with the bad guy, which I loved. Yeah, I don't, this stuff, like, Disney's gotten too freaking big for their britches. I don't like it. There needs to be more competition. That's how things keep going. If you have everybody buying each other out, you're going to end up with monopolies. That doesn't make sense. And I kind of feel like Disney kind of has a monopoly right now. I really think they're the devil. Disney's the devil. Uh-oh, why does Big T think the stream ended? Did I? Oh, because I went to the bathroom. Yeah. Big T, hang tight. Jamie's breaking the rules and smoke. Yeah, I didn't. I swear to God. I did not go have a cigarette, but I do break the rules in Vegas. I broke the rules in Vegas. That's what that picture is from. It said not to smoke anywhere but the gaming floor, and I was just off the gaming floor. It was fun. I just had a big meal. I was hungry and I was full and I needed a cigarette. I didn't want to go outside because it was February. Usually when I go to Las Vegas, it's February, because that's when Scott goes there for his job. Oh, and if you guys are ever in Vegas and you walk past the Paris Hotel, the doors on that building were designed by my husband. So every time we go there, we take pictures of us standing by it going. I've stayed in that hotel too, and wow, is that nice one. And they have the best breakfasts because they make the crepes downstairs. Oh my God, I loved it. It's not the best hotel I've stayed in there, though. The best one was definitely Caesars. Or no, was it Caesars? No, Venetian. Very nice room. Very nice room. Grew from Despicable Me. I know. Well, she looks like an alien. There's something really wrong with her. Like, her neck is too long, and like her hands are like, I swear to God, she's like something from Men in Black. Porky's Revenge. I like that. Porky's to the Next Day. I like that. I haven't seen him in forever. I can't even watch 15 seconds of it. I mean, seriously, it was terrifying. The concept to me is too much. Way, way, way too much. I just can't. I can't do it. Jamie in American Horror Story in 1984, the actor who plays the Night Stalker is identical to. Really? You know, I didn't understand women being in love with Richard Ramirez. I'm like, why? He purposely like didn't brush his teeth so that he'd be more intimidating to his victims. Ugh. And just the whole like he wouldn't bathe and yuck. What? He's not even that cute. He's not my style. He's not my type. I'll tell you that. Definitely not my type. Oh, excuse me. Mod Pie, that's it. Look up Mod Pie, guys, because her dolls are incredible. You guys should see. You guys should see her work. It's incredible. She does amazing work. I love art. I could not even imagine doing the doll thing like she does. It's totally awesome. Awesome. You're welcome, babes. I haven't seen Sallow either. And that's another one. Like, I don't think I can watch it. I don't know if, because the concept, I heard about the things in it. And I don't know. I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I can handle that at all. Oh, thanks. It's down to my waist. It's like almost hitting my butt now. I mean, it's so long. I got to get it cut. I'm going to get it cut before going to Scarefest because I don't want to go down there and meet everybody with all this hair. I want to make a good impression on my friends. I'd love Carpenter to write a new Halloween movie, even if he doesn't direct. I agree. I would like that too. I wish he would direct though. I wish he'd get back into it. I know he's mad and angry at Hollywood and its ways, but I'd like to see him come back. I mean, we lost Wes Craven, so we're never going to get another Wes Craven movie. And I don't know, John Carpenter would be my next choice of like favorite horror movie director. So I'd like to see him come back. There was an unused Halloween 4 script where Michael came back as a ghost. I would like that. Maybe. I don't know. I'd like to see the script. That's interesting. It does. It looks so good. And the cinematography looks super. I mean, I don't know who's doing the cinematography for it, but the commercial I saw, the trailer, it looks so good. I am so excited. I mean, I literally, Hellraiser is another one of those franchises that I really like. I don't like them all. I just like the first 3, but I love the first 3, you know? I love the first 2, actually. The third one, but the first 2, wow. And 2, sometimes I used to have arguments with people, you know, back in the day about whether 2 is actually better than the first one. And there, in ways, I think it kind of is. I think I enjoyed the story more. They do. That's something that, you know, I feel so weird and so bad for kids today because literally, I'm going to tell you guys, when I was in grade school, like it started around 4th grade, probably every morning we would get to school and everyone hugged each other. All my friends, all of us, we all hugged each other. It was just something that we did. 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. We all hugged and no one ever yelled at us. No one said you weren't allowed to touch each other. I used to make out in the hallway with my boyfriend in high school. Nobody said nothing. I mean, we had many a fight in the hall and nobody said nothing. There was never any, like, the teachers in my school, they wanted us to be close. They wanted us to have care for each other and to hug. And that hug that you got every day, that we gave each other every day. I mean, I was getting like 30 hugs a day, you know, and that meant something to me. And I don't think kids today are allowed to even do that. And I feel like that's really sad because I feel like that made my school experience better. And it changed me and made me into a better person, you know, a more loving and caring person, I think. I wish that kids today could do that. Now, I think my son's school is a lot more easier going, or the school he went to was a little more easier going on some of that stuff, but they still I don't think they were allowed to be as close as we were. And they were all being watched by cameras. I can't even imagine. Hate that. It was. Here's the thing. I still, I haven't watched it again. You know, I've watched it the first time through, but it was so memorable to me. I really don't need to watch it again, and I still remember almost everything. And I really, I was one of the people that wanted it to be more cohesive. I was also getting frustrated because I was trying to get my husband interested in David Lynch and Twin Peaks. And here is this 5-minute sweeping scene and this long drawn out other stuff and all these weird things like in, you know, the fights in the bar and like the scratching armpit, you know, the girl scratching her armpit and all that stuff. And it just it did not work for him. So I was a little bit upset at the end because he didn't wake him up until part 17, and it didn't feel right. It didn't feel like Twin Peaks, even though part of it did. It didn't feel like Twin Peaks. And all the little vignettes together don't really mesh. So I still have issues with the plot and trying to figure it all out and figure out what it all means. And I'll probably be doing that for the rest of my life, you know, because that's why I like David Lynch, though, because he gives me a challenge. He's challenging. I don't want, like, I never want it to be, you know, the bubblegum stuff is fine and it's fun, but I like challenges, and I need a movie to challenge me once in a while. And David Lynch does that. So I'm glad, and I'm going to watch it again, and I'll probably do a series on it eventually, and I'll talk about everything as it comes along, but I don't have it figured out. But I have to say that Cameron putting out his fan film, Queen of Hearts, has definitely bridged a lot of it together for me. And he did it in a very genius way, and I really enjoyed it. If you guys haven't watched Queen of Hearts, go to the Annie Blackburn channel and check it out. It's a, you know, it was a series of videos, but he's released it now in one whole 4-hour movie. But it's very, very, very good. And I'm in it. I am now and forever a pixie in the Black Lodge. So that means a lot to me, a whole lot. So it doesn't even matter if it's like canon or not. I feel like, wow, I'm part of Twin Peaks now. And I like that. Thanks, Cameron. Cliff. No, I do need my roof fixed. I do. It's leaking. There is a leak, and it is coming down my ceiling right now as we speak. And I need it fixed. So yes. Yes, I do. Thank you. I will. He'll like that. Yeah, he designed those. He also designed the doors on Trump Towers. Yep. And that's why when people talk about him and I say he's an asshole, and I know from experience, I'm telling the truth. Oh my God, I've been live 3 hours. Oh my God, you guys. Holy crap. I was not, this is the longest I've ever done my own live, ever. So that's pretty amazing. That is pretty amazing. Scott's going to be excited you looked up his doors. He's going to be happy about that. I know. What in the heck? Why would you have a thing for a serial killer anyway? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It doesn't make any sense. Ladies are crazy out there, guys. I'm sorry for you guys. Even I'm a crazy lady. I'm looking at the entrance to the casino doors. Look nice too. Yeah, he didn't make the casino. Oh, well, he might have made the casino doors. I don't know. I know the entrance is definitely his doors. The front doors. And the side doors. I think all the doors. It's hard to remember. That was like, oh my God, forever ago now. 22 years ago. Eli Bourne did the cinematography. I can't remember what we were talking about. Oh my God, you guys. I'm getting tired now. I really am. Oh my God, my hair is getting in my mouth. I want to try to catch up to you guys, but I'm slow and you guys are fast. Who let the dogs out? Who? Hello, cool duder. Do I know you? Have you been here before? Hi, new person. Oh, his name is Sean and he's in Maine? Okay. I know you. Bobby, I told you it's time for bed 30 minutes ago. Which Robert? Which Robert are you talking to? Is this is this your dad, Robert? Robert Long, is this your dad? What? Okay, come on now. We all need to be getting all X-rated in my chat, peoples. Try to keep it clean. Yes. It wasn't him personally, okay? It was the company he worked for, which is a small business, okay? A very small business, and he almost killed it because he decided to claim bankruptcy, which is what he does. That's what he does. Don't believe a word out of that man's mouth. You want to fix stuff? What are you going to fix? I have a pretty, hands-on family. Hey, come on now. Oh boy. I haven't been there in ages. As a matter of fact, we don't even have one of those around here anymore. And I got to tell you, that's the fast food wings. You don't want those. You don't want those. You want actual authentic Western New York chicken wings. You can go to Anchor Bar, you can go to just holes in the wall. You go to the ma and pa shops, okay, for wings. That's where you get the good ones. I make wings at home in my own fryer. I prefer to make them myself because I've worked in 5 pizza shops. So I know pizza and wings, and I definitely prefer making them myself at home. I know how to make a bunch of different sauces, so I just prefer it that way. And if you don't have Rudy's blue cheese, you ain't doing it right. Yeah, I agree. Hey, can you please clean it up? I don't want to have to block you or I might have to smack you. So I don't want to do that. Don't make me give you a spank. I don't like it. I don't know, Robert. I think somebody's in here trolling you. Hey, this is not nice. Now, come on. I see one more bad comment and I'm going to do something. I'm going down to the bottom. All right, listen. No more of this. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be quitting here anyway, but you guys got Five Guys? I did not know that. I can't eat their stuff, man. I just can't. Their fries are great, but oh my God, the burgers are just, they're too heavy. Really? That's familiar. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get going. Um, Thank you for the last cool dude and Robert's dad. But if you guys come in, just try to keep it clean, okay, guys? I try to keep my stuff kind of clean, and I don't mind a good, razz in here and there, but keep it clean and family friendly as much as possible, okay? But okay, guys, I'm gonna go because I've been going for over 3 hours now, and I am exhausted. I am really glad to be back, and keep watching my channel for more stuff. I will be getting a schedule going here pretty soon, and I will let you guys know what the schedule is going to be. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a watch along for the last and final part of Queen of Hearts, a Twin Peaks fan film. I promised Cameron I was going to do that months ago, and then I had issues that I made it so I couldn't stream for a while. So that is next on my agenda to do. So tomorrow, I don't know what time for sure, but tomorrow I'll be doing a watch along of that. Come join me. It's fun. And I'll do the watch along, and then I'm going to be discussing all the details afterwards. So hope to see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night and talk to you later. Bye.